people in Nigeria and in France. My name is Demola Senyaolu, Lagos, Nigeria, for Backstage Story. Cyprian Johnson is my partner in France, is also on the line, waiting to hear me out. Right now, I have with me a key player too in the Nollywood industry. He's a scriptwriter, he's a director, he's a producer. His name is Sola Tunji. A lot of actors and actresses may know him, but for you people that do not know most of these guys behind the screen and behind what you see, I have with me Sola Tunji. Sola, good morning.
Good morning to you. My name is Sola Tunji. I'm a director, I'm a screenwriter, I'm a producer. At the same time, I train actors and I train screenwriters. Keep listening to Nollywood France Radio and Backstage Story.
All right. So Sola Tunji Dawood, we see your name in some of the movies. How did you venture into this business? Give us a background of who Sola Tunji Dawood is.
Thank you very much. Like I said, Sola Tunji Dawood, I started off from the beginning. I started off as a production assistant, but then when I left school, I love writing. I've been writing, and I've seen a couple of Nollywood films when I was a bit younger than this, and which I wasn't really comfortable with, and I believe that at least we can inject new blood into it. So that was why I ventured into the industry. I said, okay, if you can't beat them, join them and be part of it. So ever since I've been writing screenplays. I started writing screenplays, and later I want to do more. I want to direct, and I want to produce. So that's the journey so far. I started off with Ava Vision Multimedia as a content director and a screenwriter. Okay. So that's the backstory.
All right. Sola Tunji Dawood, combining the role of a screenwriter, a producer, and director, is it not hectic? I think the role of a screenwriter is so enormous. How do you cope?
Yeah, if you look at the world around you, you will realize that majority of great films out there are made by people who are writers, producers, and directors. I'll name a few. James Cameron is an example. He writes screenplay, and he produces, and at the same time he directs. The same with Steven Spielberg. These are the people that you know. Akira Kurosawa. Name any of them. You are like that. Quentin Tarantino. You see, majority of them are screenwriters, producers, and directors. You know, the good thing about being a screenwriter is that you understand the basics of story, and the film is about story. You have to understand story first. So it's a multi-advantage. It's a good advantage for somebody who understands the basics of screenwriting before venturing into directing. I'm not saying it's a prerequisite, but what I'm saying in essence is that it's an advantage for you if you are a screenwriter and then you are directing. If you can direct a story on the paper, then I think you can direct on the screen. So it's not a multitask. It's an interconnected kind of arrangement.
All right, Sola. What would you say about the evolving trend in Nollywood? Would you say Nollywood is developing progressively, or would you say it's dwindling? What would you say about the Nollywood evolving trend?
Well, the idea about Nollywood is a bit worrisome to people like us, to people like me. Initially, it looks like the industry is picking up. There's a lot of energy, a lot of ambitions here and there. But suddenly, the industry is dipping, and I can attribute that to nonchalant attitude on the part of the film practitioners. I want to say that the current state of the Nollywood now is not really encouraging to me. I want to see a Nollywood bigger than this. And though we talk a lot, we celebrated ourselves, we say a lot of things. But for me, I don't think that we've really done so much at this stage now. We only hope that we can take it up beyond this stage. The Nollywood that I'm seeing right now is not the one that I projected some 5 to 10 years ago. You know, so rather than progressing, I would rather say the Nollywood is coming to a stop gradually, you can see if we want to be truthful to ourselves rather than just being unnecessarily patriotic and saying a lot of things. But right now, Nollywood is stopping. It's not stop. If it has stopped completely. So that's my thought for now.
All right. Sola, thank you. Would you also say that the crop of producers, directors, and scriptwriters have that passion to see the industry grow, or they just have the money passion? Let me make money, let me feed my family and all that. Would you say they really have passion to make the industry grow?
I will agree with you that the passion is not as huge artistically. I think their passion is to make money. I've spoken to a couple of producers in the industry, and I've seen that they do not want to aspire beyond just do a couple of films, slap it together and make a little money, buy Tokumbo cars and be riding up and down and be being celebrated on the red carpet here and there. I don't think there is a lot of passion among so many. You know, there are a couple of people here and there who are really passionate about filmmaking. But a bunch, a large number of Nigerian filmmakers now are like, it's not about art, it's about the money. And that's why you have never really seen great films being made, you know. I don't want to say there is a huge passion. They can talk about passion here and there. It's just about talking. I mean, the real passion is in the doing. I don't think I foresee that now. I want to agree with you that the passion is about making money. It's more of making money than making great films.
Okay. Well, in most of the Nollywood movies we see lately, there's so much about sex appeal. There's so much about gangsterism and some of these things. Don't you think Nollywood key players like you should rally around and stop some of these things? Don't you think some of these things promote these vices among the younger generation?
Yeah, yes, that's the issue that we are talking about. When you don't know the essence of filmmaking in the first place, then you might get it wrong totally. I think the essence of filmmaking is to communicate ideas, is to elevate the standard of the people, is to elevate their taste. But when you don't understand that initially, what do you expect? You see the kind of things here, anything that will make money quickly, you know, sensations, sex, and here and there, they are very easy. You know, this is not something you don't require intelligence to make films about sensation, about cheap sex and here and there. You know, the essence of the film is not really communicated well. It's like a lot of people don't really understand what is the essence of film. Film is to elevate the culture of people, is to bring the taste of the people up a little bit, to inform people. You know, it is until when the essence is well understood among the filmmaker before you could begin to see films that are of value, rather than films celebrating mediocrity, sex, and other things. These are the things that you are saying now. I think this is the current trend right now. So that's my position.
All right. Sola, please, can you just mention a few films you've produced, directed, and scriptwritten or screenplayed or screen?
Now, you are putting me in a very tight corner here. In Nigeria, it is the quantity of film that you have made that make people recognize you. If you are mentioning about 100 films, 10,000 films that you have made, they probably recognize you. Here in Nigeria, I've not really done films that you might say, he has done this, he has done that. Although I've worked with a couple of projects, like The Ultimate Search, if I can remember that, I did a couple of episodes on the real you know. So, well, for film, I've written a couple of films that I don't even know where it ended. When you write a film and you are not involved, you know, there's nothing you can do. So personally, I've been trying to make a film myself, but like we usually blame finance and whatever. Finance can be an hindrance here. Even if you have an idea, great idea, you want to make film, nobody gives you money, so you have to be looking for money here and there. And so in this part of the world, if you really want to make a film that really matter, you're going to work hard. You're going to be able to raise funds, and once you can raise funds, you just be talking in the background. Nobody hears you. So personally, I don't know. I haven't produced my own film. I've been trying to gather money together and then produce. And aside from making film, TV programs, we've been trying to put a couple of things together. We are working currently on a project that we call The Real Actors. The real actor is the idea of putting young people together, communicate the essence of acting, the basic essence, the fundamental techniques of acting. So, and then make it into a TV series, like a reality of a sort. And then we've been working on that. We started that project for about a couple of years back, but we are still on that. We are working actively. After that, then we have a couple of other projects lying down for us. So, aside from the screenplays that I've written for some producers out there, which I may not even remember their titles, because after you have delivered your project, you don't even know what happened to them. And a couple of other TV productions like that, I've done some. And I can't even remember. So I don't want to be mentioning the quantity of works that I've done. I want to see an exceeding job that can stand the test of time. So that's just the position. I'm sorry. I am not the kind of producer that will be listing 100 or 1 million films that I've made.
All right, Sola, thank you. You talked about finance. Why is private participation not involved in Nollywood? Why do you think, as a producer or as a screenplay writer, why do you think there is a general apathy from the private sector to invest in Nollywood?
Yeah, that's a very beautiful question there. Let me say this. If I am a private investor and you come as a filmmaker to get money from me, I probably won't give you. The reason is that the question is that, are filmmakers really ready? Are they serious enough? When you are not serious, you want to get money from a bank or from a private investor, and the next thing you buy a Tokumbo car and you begin to celebrate yourself, and then you make some crappy film that will never return the investment. Who is going to give you money? I think the general feeling is that the Nollywood is not ready yet. The private investors are not seeing that seriousness that will make them give you money. You understand? Until we begin to make films that are important, films that can bring back dollars, you understand, bring back your investment. That's when you begin to see people coming. I think they are watching. They are waiting for us. Once we begin to prove ourselves that we are responsible, we are serious, I think money will start coming. But right now, nobody is going to give you money. If I'm a private investor, I won't give you money to make film because I don't want to trust your film. You make a film that nobody wants to see. I've seen a lot of films from even the so-called big boys in the industry, the big producers here and there. When I sit down and watch the film and analyze it, I see that there is nothing in those films. So you don't expect a private company to put money in where they are not going to see their money back. So I think that's just the general feelings now. They are afraid. There is no confidence until we begin to give them confidence that we are capable of doing it. Until you make a film that can sell anywhere around the world. You understand? So I think that's just the basic problem. So I don't blame them until we begin to make film. When we do a couple of films that stands out, they will call you and put money on the table. I want to assure you of that.
Okay. But from all you said so far, it means that line of business or that line of career, production, screenwriting, and directing, it's not too lucrative. Would you advise the young folks to delve into that area in Nollywood?
I can't get you. Come again.
All right. What I'm saying is, from what you said, it means your job as a screenwriter and a producer and a director, that area of business is not as lucrative as it were. Would you also say that, would you advise the younger generation to delve into that area, to come into that field, since it's not as lucrative as it should be?
Okay, this is what I will say. There is no lucrative industry more than the film industry. Even the finance minister, Okonjo-Iweala, projected that Nollywood could be the third largest grossing. You understand? So to say that the industry is not lucrative is like saying it's making a huge mistake. This is a multi-million-dollar investment. You understand? What I am saying is that we have to really know what we are doing. Bayo will say that training is the essence. Training is the most important thing, which I will agree with him totally. We have to train ourselves to be filmmakers, not to be hustlers. Yes, we usually call them hustlers. You go to the government, you are begging them to give you money. That's not the way it is to be done. I think when we do it the right way, you will now begin to see money here. This is a multi-billion-dollar investment. We will make a lot of money. It's a very, very lucrative business. All I have done in my life is from this industry, not from anywhere else. I have children in school right now, and I'm paying their school fee here and there. I didn't do anything other than this. It's a very, very lucrative business, and I will advise young people to come. But when they are coming, they should come with seriousness of mind. They should come with determination, dedications to do great works. They have to learn. They have to train themselves. If you are a producer, if you are a director, if you are a screenwriter, if you are an actor, you have to understand what it meant to do great films. You have to train yourself, not to just put things together and hoodwink the audience. Audience are more intelligent around the world. Audience don't want to spend their money buying rubbish and getting an award for doing nothing. You understand? For me, all these things that we are doing, we have to change it. If we really want to do great things, we have to start now. So young people coming, my advice is that you are coming into a great industry that can protect you, that can take care of you and your family. But when you are coming, don't come to take cheap awards and be on the red carpet and be celebrating and being celebrated for doing nothing. You have to really come with seriousness of mind. You have to learn. You have to train yourself. You understand? So people who are awarding people who are taking the award are all the same. They don't know the essence of filmmaking. They don't know that filmmaking is communicating, and the essence of communication film is knowledge. You have to understand. If you don't know anything, you can't communicate anything. I think the most important thing is that young people coming should know that. They have to train themselves. They have to know. So when they know and they make great films, they can sell that great film anywhere around the world, and the money will keep pouring in. And I think that's going to be the floodgate of money. If we do great film and we can be able to sell our film anywhere, Japan, US, UK, anywhere around the world, then you will begin to see that money. There is a lot of money in this industry. So don't quote me wrong. There is a lot of money, but we have to do work. We have to do a lot of work to get the money. So that's it.
All right, Sola Tunji Dawood says training is key. Sola, thank you for coming on this program. Listeners in France, listeners in Nigeria, Nollywood Radio France, Backstage Story. This has been a wonderful exclusive interview with Sola Tunji Dawood in Nigeria. He's a producer, screenwriter, and he's a director. And he says the business is lucrative. Sola, thank you once again, and have a very lovely day.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.